Hi, this is Sarah Green, and this is my reflective essay for my Word 103 midterm. So first, I just want to address why I'm choosing to do video for my essay instead of writing something. I think for me, it's a lot easier for me to express my ideas and like what I'm trying to say through speaking rather than writing, which I know is bad because it's a writing class, but that's actually one of the things I'm going to reflect on because it's something that I know that I need to work on. So first, I'm going to start off by talking about the goals I had going into the class. I really just wanted to become a lot more confident with my writing because it's something I feel I've always struggled with. I've always felt like I have not been a very strong writer, and I know for a fact that I haven't. In the past in high school, I failed papers, I've just not done very well, but at the same time I know that's my fault too because I just didn't put as much effort into them as I know needed to be done. Um, and basically, so I just wanted to have more confidence in what I was writing, and I just wanted to feel comfortable writing something because before that it was always it's a big, like, hard stretch for me to actually sit down and write something. From the class so far, halfway through, I've learned a lot about rhetoric because before this class, if you would have asked me what that was, I would have absolutely no idea. So I think that's something really important that I learned, and it also helps me grow as a writer because I can actually think about what I'm trying to get across instead of just mindlessly writing. And rhetorical analysis has helped me understand what I'm reading better. I've always been a better reader than writer, but just knowing how to analyze better has helped me too. Um, I've learned how to challenge myself a lot more because I am trying to put myself out there and get more comfortable with writing and just trying new things. And I think I really have challenged myself because before this, I would have just like given up and been like, all right, whatever, I'm just gonna get this done so I can move on and do something else. With this, I can actually take time and like really think about what I'm writing and try to make it better. And I go further with my ideas. Um, I've also learned a lot how to take in like the audience into account and thinking about how they're going to perceive it, and I think that's really helped me too. Um, for me, something that has really been really helpful for me is peer review. One, it goes along with my first goal, which is confidence, because I like used to be so terrified of like having anyone read anything that I've written, and with peer review, it kind of makes it so they have to, and it's kind of made me understand that they're not going to judge me. Their paper, they're just as unsure of what they wrote as I am with mine. So I think that has really helped me a lot. And it's like everyone's a lot like so laid back, and like I don't have to worry about. I'm not as afraid of someone judging me for what I've written. They all know it's the first draft. I think it also helps me review after I get a peer review back. It helps me understand like how it's going to be perceived by someone else. Like obviously it'll make sense to me because I'm the one who wrote it, but like makes you like take into consideration like what you've written and like how to make it better so that more people understand it. Because if you just understand your paper, that's really not going to help you in the long run. But I also think it's helped me by reviewing other people's papers. It's helped me see things that I can change in mine, and that's a really big deal. Like I know when I'm writing my peer responses, I always think about and like things that I do wrong. I feel bad for like saying like, oh, you need to change this, because I realize that I did the same exact thing. But like I always say it because I want to help them out, obviously, but then it makes me think back to my paper, and then I know that's something I need to change in mine too. From this class, like analyzing texts has gotten a lot easier too through writing about writing. Yeah, that's like reading those passages has really helped me think more about what is actually being written, and like with rhetoric, knowing about that has helped me understand like what they're trying to say. I think, and reading responses help a lot too, because I know there's something that I know that there's like a deeper meaning that I should be grasping, not just like what's on the surface. I think for me, what's changed a lot is the most important aspect of my writing process. Like before, it was just like getting everything written and just getting it done because I didn't want to have to deal with it anymore. But after this class, my writing process has changed a lot only after these 2 papers. Editing and revising has become a really big thing for me. It used to be just like writing it all down, but now, especially after doing the advocacy essay, I spent a good like hour and a half before the final was due, just revising and editing it and making it sound better. Like when I'm editing, I always, the last thing I do is read my essay out loud, because that way I can make sure everything makes sense when you are out loud, because when you read, you like tend to skip words and things like that. So by reading it out loud, I can really see like that it flows and that it makes sense. And also with like comma splices, it just like helps you understand the flow to make sure it does flow. And I always end up changing like a good chunk of my writing through reading it out loud at the end. I used to like edit for like 20 minutes, and now like I spend a good time like trying to edit things and make it better. And like I think I did it about my essay that we had to put on our portfolio. I think I like did a good job of like trying to explain how I edited that, and that's like, I think that's like the first time I've really taken a lot of time into editing something, and I think it really paid off. Also, important aspect of writing is planning, which is what I did for this. I kind of wrote down, that's why I keep looking down, I like wrote down my kind of ideas that I've had going into this, so I'm not just like, have nothing to talk about. I think planning is really important too, and it's something that I kind of didn't do as much, but if you plan, it makes the actual writing so much easier. I've planned for so many things now. Like I just writing down questions and just answering them just gives you a better idea of like where you're trying to go with what you're writing. So yeah, I think it's in my portfolio. I just talked about it, but my advocacy essay is something, I mean, I haven't gotten the grade back yet, but it's something I'm really proud of. Like when I read it back the morning before it was due, just to like, before I printed it out, make sure it was good, and I'm actually really proud of it. And I think I did, because the amount of things I changed, I just like change a few of like the grammar mistakes and just like turn it in, but I think I really did like try to take into account what you told me and what my peer told me to try to make it better and make it more of what it's supposed to be. So then my goals of becoming more confident in my writing, I mean it's definitely not all the way there yet. Like I'm still, a little unsure of myself, but overall, like I think I'm improving, and I think my confidence probably won't be 100% up by like the end of the class, but I think that it's definitely improving, and this class is definitely helping me with all the writing that we do, like just like the simple in-class responses. I think those are just helping me. So I think that goal is kind of getting reached, but some things that I would like to continue working on is like just comfort writing, because for me writing isn't so easy, like to try to get what I'm trying to say across. Like for me, at least I think, speaking comes really naturally, and I can have a better idea of trying to explain myself through speaking than opposed to writing it down, because I feel when I write things down, it loses its like feeling, and like I feel like it doesn't sound as like well spoken or well said as it could be, and that's something I really want to work on getting more comfortable is just like getting my thoughts from my mind to paper and still making it sound good. But yeah, that's basically, so far, halfway through the quarter, I feel like I've learned so much, and I can't wait for the rest of the year, or for the rest of the quarter. Alright, bye.